Smack. Welcome to Super Smack.
Welcome to the Super Smack pod.
The rugby podcast from the fans, for the fans. The season is over.
It's over. 2025 has been a mammoth rugby year. We started in Super Rugby all the way back in Feb, and here we are in November, finishing with the last game of the Northern Tour. What the? It seems like we've been going
a few years. It's a few years. Yeah, we've been. Yeah, I've definitely aged a bit since January. Like probably more than the eight or 9 months that it's taken us to.
It is funny.
To get to this point.
We started this podcast. Yeah, with that first preview episode, right? The week before the first game of Super Rugby 2025, and we didn't realise we'd still be going actually after the autumn international series.
We just had too much fun.
We had too much fun. We love doing this every week. No one's even listening.
We just think that...
In fact, the only person listening right now is probably Myth and like a couple of other people who are our loyal supporters. Thank you. For anyone who is listening, Curtis Val, Charlie McDermott, probably not Ryan O'Kane or Dave Delator. They don't care.
Nah, they probably dip in and out. They probably watch a couple of things on Facebook.
It's the kids, bro. It's the kids. But thank you to all of you people listening, because it is super valuable to know that you're
There's
out there.
There's no need to get emotional. And, calm down.
And I don't know. Nah, I don't think I can do this anymore. Nah, I can, and we will. We're going to be back.
That hard.
We're going to be back next year, just in case you thought this was a farewell. I'm not farewelling. We are back next year for the 2026, and this is something special that we didn't talk about before, Ra. It's the 30th anniversary next year of the Super Rugby competition.
Wow.
It's been 30 years. It started in 96, and
I remember it like
we
it was
all
yesterday.
remember it. And we all remember that Ubix Super 12 sign that they had.
I remember sitting down and like crowding around the TV on a Sunday or a Saturday afternoon, having a barbecue because it was still summer.
Think about what was going on then. Christian Cullen was at the height of his power.
Absolutely.
Jonah was on the scene. Jeff Wilson Goldie was still there. It was amazing. We had all those beautiful old rugby jerseys. The Blues were two-time back-to-back champions. It was a glorious...
You had the Brooks and the Fitzpatricks. And
and do you know what was the sweetest part about Super Rugby at the very beginning?
Sorry, someone's just passed away.
Someone's always getting shot over there, eh?
It's not shot. They just passed.
Okay, they just passed. The most glorious thing about 1996 and the very start of the Super Rugby competition, you know what it was? The Crusaders hadn't won anything yet. There were 2 good years before the Crusaders decided to come on the scene and start fucking things up for everybody. And it was a glorious time because I think all of our teams, we sort of had hope. Well, maybe not the Chiefs. They were pretty rubbish.
No, come on, mate. We had a couple.
And they still are.
We had Roger Randall.
Roger Randall! When he wasn't off in the hotel room. Chill out. No, 30 years is pretty amazing, and it's going to be a great season next year. I feel like, nobody wants the Crusaders to win again, do we? We really don't want that to happen, but I feel like it could be a bit of an open book. Do you feel that with this competition?
Yeah, I think so. The Highlanders have obviously nabbed a couple of, they've got a couple of recruits which should bolster their stocks. I think with Otago season as well, we should be, that hopefully that translates into some form for them for the Super Rugby season.
The Highlanders they're always getting a little bit excited and saying this is their year. That's kind of like me saying, I'm going to get ripped this year. It's just not going to happen, mate. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to make best efforts. I'm going to go and I'm going to make best efforts, but there's no way that I'm getting a six-pack.
There's still going to be a moment on Wednesday evening when I'm a little bit tired and I just order a couple of burgers and I just go, and I just smash them right before I go to sleep.
And on the weekend, I've been at the beach.
Little lovey weight back on.
I've been at the beach and someone's actually gone, shit, mate, you're looking all right. And then I sink into a depression because I can't handle the compliment.
And you celebrated that little nugget of gold with seven beers and
2 bags.
2 bags. And I've 3 days. 3 days of depression and chocolate. And
I've gone out and lost my motivation.
Trying to get some endorphin hits, and all of a sudden you're back to square one.
And it can be like that. So look out, Highlanders, because it is easy to fall off the wagon. All right.
Well, I mean, there's a team that fell off the wagon a little bit this year, and that is the Hurricanes.
The Chiefs.
So hopefully they can. I reckon they'll bounce back.
We were there and thereabouts.
I think had a shitty season, and
I'm interested to see how you guys will go with Clayton McMillan. Gone now, and also you had your 3 chances in a row, and you kind of blew it. Do you think you can make a final again? Are you that confident?
Know, mate.
You don't care.
I'm not confident. I do care. I'm kind of trying to go into this season with a little, let's just see what happens attitude. I don't want any expectations.
Great, because last year we know that was very different. Last year you went, this is the cheap. Why do I always go? Everyone's voice that I do sounds like Ryan O'Kane. This is the. He's like, this is the Highlanders' year, and you're like, this is the Chiefs' year,
mate. It looked like it was the Chiefs' year. You got to admit, you were saying it. We were fucking out. We were gone. We were like, it was like the F1 equivalent of
like
being
a dog
60
and walks like a dog. Must be a dog.
Yeah, mate. It was fucking up there. We had a great cracker start to the season. Nothing was going wrong. It just was the tail end just we didn't really fire.
Oh dear. Well, anyway,
D-Mac
it's going
was
to be
fucking sublime last year.
Yes, he was, and especially at the start. And then, of course, he does what he did when he succumbed to the pressure. But, man, Richie Mo'unga's back, so we want to be behind D-Mac. We don't want the Crusaders winning another one.
No, for sure.
Jesus.
For sure.
Or do we?
Richie
because
back,
we want him back in black, don't we? We want him playing right?
It takes. I mean, I think what we've sort of seen at the end of the All Black season is that the Richie Mo'unga factor is going to take a lot of pressure off someone like Bodie Barrett. It'll just hopefully allow him to be able to slot into a different kind of role, or we rotate the 10s and play a different 10 depending on who we've got. I think Richie's going to be great. He's going to be awesome. Another big name there.
I still like to think that we've talked about World Cup outsiders for 27, and I reckon someone like the likes of Jacob will feature on the outside. But I still firmly believe that there's the best team that they could field might be a Mo'unga, McKenzie, Barrett combo, where Mo'unga is probably at 10, and either Barrett or McKenzie are at 15, with the other one on the bench as cover. That would be still the greatest team we could field with experience, I reckon, to win the World Cup. But
mate, something happened against this test against Wales this weekend.
Yeah, what was it?
Mate, I've been kind of talking about this, this kind of X factor, this thing the aura that we're missing from the All Blacks teams, the ability to really step on the throat and put a team away, get a bit of mongrel, bit of like passion in there, Yeah. And there's one person that fucking bought it. Ruben Love, man. If we're talking outsiders, I think we put in Josh Jacobs' name to the side and he gets leapfrogged by Ruben Love.
We love to see it.
I love to see it, mate.
Yep.
Ruben Love he's just got that arrogant energy that I think we really need. And we've always talked about how Rico's got that as well, but Rico just wasn't delivering skill set wise, and obviously his role in the team got kind of negated a little bit by some other better performances.
Although he did deliver actually skill set wise last week against Wales, albeit it was Wales.
Was that the 2 tries that he let in? Come on, mate.
There are other players who have let in far worse than that.
Mate, he blatantly let 2 tries in on the outside, like the first 2 tries that Wales scored.
You love to hate him, eh?
Mate, I don't. He just makes mistakes. Like I get that he's good,
mate. They all make mistakes.
But we all
making
talk about
mistakes
his leadership qualities and all these things that are so great, and like led the haka so beautifully, and he did. Like I respect that.
Well done.
I mean, at the end of the day, mate, these things aren't the things that win us and lose us test
No,
matches.
and actually against a better team, of course, those defensive lapses probably would have.
Exactly.
Look what they did
punished.
against England. You know, we got punished. I mean, this is the thing. He wasn't playing against England, and we still made those. Tupai.
Yeah, true.
Let a woeful try in.
No, for sure.
Like I don't know. I don't like heaping the blame on. There's
something
wrong with the team as a whole, which we know, which we've barked on. I don't know if we should bark on about it on this episode again, because we keep going on about it almost every show. Because
do you think we changed tack a little bit in this test against Wales? Do you think there was anything different that you saw there?
Well, there were only 2 players from the starting lineup against England. There was a lot different. Like in terms of how they performed. To my point, I don't think you could tell, because the team was so dramatically different. These players hadn't played a lot of rugby together. It was always going to be a bit. What I saw was they were playing an inferior team that they were always going to beat, that they could kind of have a little bit of license to do a few things, and they did, and a lot of players getting an opportunity. It was great to see Sevu getting a couple of tries. Ruben
probably
Love,
one of the greatest steps that he's ever done.
Well, just on the spot, the classic ankle breaker.
That was insane.
Yeah.
No, but like when you look back at that highlight, just look at the defender and how confused his whole body was.
Yeah.
It was like he'd been split in half.
He turned him around. Yeah. That's classic. That's a classic, like Fijian little, like he just on the spot.
Just a little,
boom.
Little jiggle. He just a little jiggle.
I think all of them were hungry, right? Including the Ricos, the LBs. I mean, that's what the advantage was. That's why they managed to get 50 points.
Breaking the advantage line with every carry. He's showing what he had done consistently for 80 odd tests. Yeah. LB he's a staple there, and I feel like in hindsight, I feel like we should have potentially been giving some of these players a bit more of a run. I don't know. I feel like there should have been a little bit more rotation. I think we should have seen Ruben Love early. I think we should have blooded him.
I agree.
I think we should have blooded him when we saw the likes of Barrett and Will Jordan looking a little tired. That should have been a warning sign. That should have been the time where we went to Love and gone, let's give these guys, chuck them on the bench if you still want them in the team. So therefore you can bring them on if something's going wrong.
It does show, though, that there is still doubt around the 10 jersey, because if Barrett was the guy they were going to rest and bring Love in, it means that Mackenzie would have gone to 10. And I just don't know. I think Robertson clearly made the decision that for those big games, Bowden was the guy at 10, and they were going to bring Mackenzie on. And look how well he did, obviously, off the bench. You wouldn't want to bring...
Yeah, but it didn't work for him against England. Because
it didn't work on that one game.
I feel like the signs were there, mate. That's what I mean, but that's the one that mattered,
hindsight's fantastic, Like, I do think that... that it's easy for us to sort of say that. I think it's definitely time for Love to become, if he's going to become a good central part of the team, have him as that extra player. It's Bowden, Mackenzie, and then it's Love, right? He's that guy. That's fine.
Will Jordan.
You
mean as a first five?
As the cover from first five to fullback, yes, which Will doesn't do. But
you've got, I read the other three do. The other three play awesome at fullback.
Yeah, they do. But speaking of, Will Jordan had a good game, didn't he? And guess which jersey did he have on, mate?
Yeah, I know. We've talked about it all the time.
Every time.
He's a fucking great winger.
So that's why I was talking about the 27 Cup before and going, I think if you look back to 2023, Will Jordan on one wing, Lester Whanganuku on the other, put Barrett at fullback, put Mo'unga at 10, bring Mackenzie off the bench. I mean... I don't know what Robertson's hard on for Will Jordan at fullback is, but the stats say otherwise. The stats say he should be in the 14 jersey overwhelmingly. Why not?
You've got everyone in the world calling him the best fullback that's playing at the moment. Even World Rugby's just named him in their team.
But yet. Most of his success that's brought him that notoriety is being in the 14 jersey. And here's my point, is that by having him at 14, it opens up the door for all those other players that we can't fit. Mackenzie's, the Barretts, Mwongas, Loves. If Jordan's at fullback, those guys aren't playing on the wing because they don't play the wing, whereas he does. So I'm just thinking isn't it a tactical thing? I mean, it means someone like Leroy Carter potentially misses out because the other player who was potentially up there with one of the best players of the game against Wales was Caleb Clark. He was great.
He was good.
He was great. And he offers that thing on that wing that we don't have with a Will Jordan. He offers that barnstorming running style, that Julian Savia.
Yeah, the battering ram, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
The bus, it's Lomu, it's all those style of players.
We've always been a big fan of that.
Banderas, you know?
You got the skinny white dude and the big Polynesian dude.
Who was the Fijian player that played for Canterbury?
Marika Vunivaka.
No. He was a giant of a man. He was so big.
I know who you mean. Yeah.
But those kind of players where you just like, no, it's not Naholo, it's Nandolo.
Yeah, Nandolo. Yeah, Ndolo.
Yeah, he was insanely big and just like like you say, just the battering ram and the skill set on those guys was always so good. You know?
It's good to
Caleb
have.
Clark is good to fill that. You know,
Yeah, it's good
to have in the squad.
I think you need one of each on the wing, don't you? You need the big dude, and then you need the slinky Leroy / Will Jordan. They run beautiful lines, and different.
Oh, hey, I think it's good to have there, but I don't think you need it in every game. Like you look at the likes of Cheslin Colby and I think Leroy Carter's another example. Sevu Reece, they're able to bump off players still. They're able to make big hits.
But I would say I'd say Sevu and Cheslin are a different breed again. I reckon if there were three of them, there's the weavy, fast white dude, the Jordan. There's the big bumpy Caleb Clark, and then there's the mini fucking steppy little weird little dude, which is Cheslin and Sevu. Like Sevu he's just so wily that you just can't even grab him. That's what Cheslin is too.
They're just little balls of explosive muscle.
Yeah, and then blistering pace. But anyway, I was happy.
I thought like a Fiat Punto.
Yeah.
Or like one of those little
Fiat Punto.
Or a little Triumph
Citroen.
Spitfire. A Citroen.
A little Fiat Punto.
Like a souped up Honda Civic Type R.
Type
hatchback.
R?
Yeah.
What?
Just one of those real
Golf
loud
R32.
Yeah. It's got a blow off valve.
Yeah. And then when an average winger comes in, it's like an Altezza, The
Lexus version or the Toyota version?
No, the shitty version. That you put the big bore on. That's like, but it's only like a 1.8 litre. It's like real whingy,
It's imported.
Yeah. Definitely. My sister had one. My sister made my parents fork out like 10 grand for an Altezza once.
They were popular, man.
Yeah, mate. They in the hut. They were.
Oh yeah,
a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time. And you always had the big bore on. That was like you had to. You didn't have a normal looking Altezza.
So yeah, what do we give this game
signs.
against Wales? Like, are we giving it an 8 out of 10?
Well, because the All Blacks scored 50 plus points, I guess it's always a fun day. You go 7 out of 10 because the defence was more woeful than it should be, but also that's because they hadn't played together before, and good on Wales for exploiting that. But 52-24 or whatever it is pretty convincing, isn't it? So good on them.
Yeah,
great way to finish
closed
the
out
tour.
The game.
Yeah,
it is. And I mean, it would have been nice to be celebrating properly with a tour victory. That Grand Slam just slipped from their fingers.
And sometimes it happens, and it's always a big occasion at Twickenham. And England got our number, but I want to give out an award. Should we give out a couple of awards?
What are we talking about for the game, or are we talking about for the full season?
Oh, we don't want to do the season ones yet.
Oh, we can. Yeah, let's do it.
No. What else have we got to talk about?
Well, there was I would say one of the most valuable people on the field was a new referee that's come into the All Blacks sphere.
Yes.
First time a female ref has whistled an All Blacks game, and fuck, she was good.
She was man.
Great.
Yeah, she really controlled it well, clearly, decisively, and no bullshit. There was no bullshit.
No one was fucking with her. No one was like, no one was giving her shtick, you know.
No.
And you know what it sort of opened my eyes up to is that these players are basically just schoolboys.
Yeah,
because we fell back into just calling her miss. So I was like, he's offside, miss.
Oh, miss.
Come on, miss.
Miss, he's got his hands in the ruck, miss.
Did you see that, miss? So basically, because they call the usually the male refs would be like a sir or
they do a little bit, but there was
more of a little bit cheekier.
Yeah,
but it was almost like she had more authority. Yeah, there was more respect.
They did, because it's a gentleman's game. These, that we play this rugby union, and they were respectful. It's like, oh, miss. There was a certain you couldn't, you didn't want to be seen to be the player being stink to the female referee.
They all turned into Jonah Takalua from Summer Heights High. Fuck you, miss.
Fuck you, miss.
Fuck you, miss. I said puck with a P.
I said fuck you,
use your ears, miss.
Don't you use your ears? That's so true.
Don't you know how to spell?
And do you know what? There was also there was kind of a lovely cushioning when you saw on certain shots, you saw how small Holly Davidson was compared to these hulking men. And she's tiny, and you could see there's probably a certain amount of care taken as well. I don't know.
It was lovely, so, mate. Lovely. I think she outshone a lot of current referees that we've kind of complained a little bit about here.
And I'll tell you what, she was a bit of all right.
What? Come on, mate. Let's not objectify her.
Huh? She's second hottest ref to Nick Berry.
You think so?
Nah. She's not my cup of tea. But,
if you want to go there, mate, let's put them all together.
Let's put the top. What of our top three?
Okay, so if World Rugby has a little bonus award, they've given out a few awards this week, and we'll talk about it. It'll be like hottest ref.
Hottest ref.
So we're going Nick Berry as a clear standout number one.
Nick Berry takes care of himself. It's what? It's not just so much his looks, but it's the way he takes care of himself is what makes him so attractive.
Exactly, and he's the full package. He's in the gym, he's on the sunbeds, he's in the cosmetic clinics, he's getting chemical peels, he's moisturizing, he's buying the products to use at home. He's probably got one of those red light therapy masks that he uses a lot at home while he's on the couch watching Selling Sunset or whatever reality TV he likes.
And I reckon because he's dedicated. He's a dedicated man to all that. I reckon he'd be a kind, generous lover,
Yeah, true.
Yeah, he'd take his time.
Yep. And I reckon
someone's dead again.
Yeah, I reckon when he gets to the barber, which he obviously sees his barber every 3 days, I reckon he gives a very generous tip.
Oh, well, yes, I bet he does. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing with Nick Berry is that all the things we're describing do not a heterosexual man make.
No. He's I don't. He is a heterosexual man, isn't he?
I'd have no idea, mate. I thought you were insinuating otherwise there.
No. Well, no, I said hairdresser.
He's doing red light masks.
Anyone. What's wrong with a red? I do a red light mask, mate. You got to keep your skin even.
You do have lovely skin. It'll get blotchy.
White.
White?
That's the idea, mate.
You're living in LA.
Nah, but it's been cold and rainy. Nah, it's been cold and rainy?
Rainy?
Yeah, we had a lot of rain in
Jesus.
Yeah.
Christ. All right. Brilliant.
So Holly is second place, or what about Ben O'Keefe?
Ben's great, and he's got that lovely little wisp of grey.
the little wisp of grey, which we initially thought was a wee dye job that had gone wrong, but actually, it's just a lovely little and he is a kind man.
Yeah,
when I met him at Lillian in Grey Lynn,
oh, that's right.
He was really nice, to us. He listens to the pod, so hello, Ben.
Hello. Yeah.
So Holly, I mean, Holly's new to the scene, so maybe she's. I think she's definitely. I mean, I think she's above Angus Gardner. Angus Gardner's a little bit mid.
He's a 6
when it comes to
Angus Gardner's a solid 6.
Solid 6, yeah.
Oh, no offense, Angus. You're a bloody great referee.
No, great referee. But this is World Rugby has made this about hotness. It's out of our hands.
Yeah.
And sorry, Angus, you're down there probably. Yeah. 5th or 6th, I think.
Yeah, 5th or 6th.
There's probably a little Frenchie that slips
some
in
of those
there,
guys, they get the features get a bit too strong, like a bigger nose or a forehead or something. It's
So can we lock in that top 3? We're going Nick Berry, Ben O'Keefe, and
Holly.
And Holly in at 3rd.
Yeah,
congratulations. We'll send you out those cheeseburger vouchers from the Super Smack team.
Free Happy Meal redeemed before July next year. So get in.
Just a weird 7 months on that token.
7 months.
It'll take us 6 months to send it out.
just like it's like 30th of June. She's just sitting on the couch going, "That's right. Oh God,
I got a wee Happy Meal.
I might just pop down, fill up the car with petrol and grab myself a Happy Meal."
When was the last time you had a Macca's, mate? Be honest.
I went to get one last night, mate. I went to get one last night, and do you know what? It was a real saga. It was. Okay, this is actually quite funny that you say this. I was sitting at the lights in Kingsland, the Bond Street lights, and I was contemplating whether to go left over the bridge and go to Great North Road McDonald's or continue straight to my place. And I was like, "Oh, Gareth, you don't need a Sunday." But I was like craving one. And so I turn left and I go, "Oh, fuck it." I'm going over the Bond Street Bridge. I get up to the lights. I'm going down Great North Road and they're doing huge roadworks on Great North Road at the moment. And they'd cut it off. They'd cut Macca's off. It was all coned off. And I'm going like this in the car. And
you didn't want to go down the side streets down onto Crummer Road?
You couldn't. No, as in you could go down Great North, but only that one lane was available heading straight down, and they'd blocked all traffic on the other road. And I just went, "It's a sign. The universe was telling
McDonald's
me to not
get
that Sunday." Yeah,
they just took all the business away from Macca's.
I think for like half an hour they closed the whole thing down. Wow. So I reckon they must have talked to them about that.
Hey, that was a great story, mate. That was a really good story.
Shut up. Did you like it? It was shit, wasn't it? Was it real bad?
I'm glad we took time.
Yeah.
I'm glad we wasted all that time.
I hope. Hey, if anybody's still listening after that story, here's another one for you. Shut up. I'm just saying, mate, the pull of a Sunday can sometimes be so great for a man. And I was denied it yesterday, and I think I'm better for it.
Well, yeah, you probably are. Yeah, the Sunday's not going to do anything good to you except for a 5-minute endorphin hit, and then
and a sore gut after.
And a sore gut. Yeah, you probably do an awful bowel movement today if you'd done that. It's probably you would have been sitting on the loo this morning, but you would have been sitting on the loo this morning feeling a little bit better about things, I think.
Yeah, I think it was satisfying.
Good. Anything else about this Wales game? Hat trick from the Wales winger. What's his name? You give it to me.
Yeah, it was. It was for who? The Welsh winger's name?
Yep, the Welsh winger who scored the hat trick.
What's his name? Thomas Jenkins.
Shane Jones.
No, it's Thomas. His last name's Thomas, isn't it?
Gareth Thomas.
No, gay.
He was the guy with the leather armband, right?
Well, mate, what he does in his own time is up to him.
Didn't he play with a leather armband though?
Mate, what do you mean? Like an armband around his bicep type thing?
No, around his forearm. He had a little armband.
Like one that went up to his fingers.
I don't know.
Oh, come on, mate.
Let's pull out. Let's pull out of this.
Wow, like a good Catholic.
Yeah.
So okay, the Welsh game was fine. It's good to end the tour. For once, Robertson didn't have to. The heat was off a little bit because everyone's sort of given up. All the journalists are kind of going, it's fine. We'll give you shit next year. But that's going to be a hell of a summer for him. He's going to be sitting at home at his house in the Mount or wherever he is, strolling down the road for a surf. He's going to be out on that board.
He's down in Sumner, mate.
Oh, Sumner, that's right.
Yeah.
He's going to be out on that board and he's going to be contemplating, what the fuck do I do next year?
If I was to say something about Razor this year, and I will wholeheartedly say that I believe he's the right man for the job, and he's going to take us through to 2027. I'm right behind him. I think he's great.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But this year, for whatever reason, and we saw some people coming in and out of his staff. We saw some, some things happen behind the scenes. He got a lot of shit. He copped a lot of shit. But I think he just didn't back himself enough. I think he could have taken a few more risks. And I think that, in hindsight, like you said, I reckon the reason they've fallen short against England is because we didn't back just rolling the dice a little bit more, cracking a few eggs, not relying so heavily on these players that we know that he wants to have in there because he's too scared not to use them, I got a little bit like he's too scared to not have Bodie and Will Jordan on the field. He's too scared not to shake things up with Scott Barrett,
Well, maybe
he probably should have given him a rest because he actually, when he got that injury, when he got that cut, and he came back, had that game off, I feel like there was a refreshed Scott Barrett that came out, and it made all the difference.
So we're saying that potentially the key is that he just needs to be a bit more reactive, like Russie is. When Russie pulled all those, after Eden Park, pulled all those old, tired, Creel, Etzebeth, he pulled them out, and then they creamed us, mate. They creamed us because... Yeah.
If you're going to take 66 players on tour, realistically, fucking use them.
Yeah. Mate, that is actually a bloody good point. That is a bloody good point. Okay, so Razor could do with being a bit more horses for courses, throwing people in when they're needed.
I don't know whether it's just up to him, but I just feel
it
like
ultimately is him and Scott Hansen and
the selections and the game plans and everything. We just need to grow a little bit more nuts. We need some more fucking need some more risk taking.
The one thing that's making,
but this calculated risk taking. It's not just. We're not just throwing caution to the wind and just doing things for the sake of it. I mean, actually making some good decisions.
And for some teams that would be terrible, but for South Africa, it's definitely working well. With Russie chucking players in left, right and centre, moving them to the wing, to halfback, to fullback, it works for him somehow. He manages to get every game just right. I reckon we've totally got the players to do that.
We've got so many fucking players, man.
When you look at our players coming through, and we could talk about a certain player shortly, who's won a little something. We are consistently producing, I think, still one of the best talent pools in the world. We've got all the talent. I just think maybe you're right. We do need to give people a bit of a go. Give them more of a go. If we're going to have them there, let's do it.
We've got some news.
Some news. News.
World Rugby has put out the team of the year. And, there's some names in there that I'm like, fuck yeah.
Of course.
Marks. He also got World Player of the Year this year, which I think he deserves. That was amazing.
Yep.
I mean, it's basically a South African team, which
as you'd
understandably,
expect.
they've been the top team of the year.
Yeah.
You've got Cam Roygaard in there from the All Blacks.
Beautiful.
You've got Will Jordan in there from the All Blacks. Which,
beautiful.
But could have gone either way. That was a 50-50 call in my eye.
But who's the other 15, though? Exactly. There's no clear fullback ahead.
But there was one name that was left out, and it's causing a little bit of a stir. One Ardie Savea was left out of that team, which I think
our part-time captain. Well, it is atrocious because they put Tom Curry in. Tom Curry. See, this is my thing with the English, with the Poms, that I just cannot stand. They win one thing, right? One thing goes right for them. Well, actually, ultimately, they won 10 on the trot. But they win one thing that actually matters against a team like the All Blacks, and they start thinking they are just the bee's knees. It's this Northern Hemisphere thing that just grates me. They're all into short-lived glory. As soon as they get a little sniff, they suddenly think that they've earned the rights to the pie. And it's like, you guys, you got to back that up time and time again before you start throwing your weight around.
They'll say that they have. They'll say that they've won 10 games in a row.
But they haven't against premier opposition. They just lost to us last year at Twickenham and then 3 times in a row before that. That's not bragging rights. It's like Ireland were guilty of the same thing. They started winning the odd thing here and there and suddenly they were the best in the world. It's like, guys, no, consistency. Look at what South Africa are doing. Look at what New Zealand have done in the past. That's what it takes. I just want that to happen before they start bragging, but it's so fucking British, isn't it? to just start having a brag, straight away. And I hope, beyond all hope, and cannot wait for them to bow out of the 2027 Rugby World Cup, ideally in pool play.
You reckon they're not gonna? You reckon it's going to be another 2015 saga?
I wish, mate. That was one of the sweetest things I've ever seen. God, that was good. In their own World Cup.
I had to buy my English mate Joe Layton an All Blacks jersey because his team had already been knocked out before the finals, and we had tickets to all the finals.
You did. Well, good for you. Worked out bloody well.
I know. Yeah.
Those 3 games are some of the greatest we've been to in our lives, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
Amazing. Couple of bumps.
So you're a little bit pissed off that there's a. I mean, Itoje's probably deserve it to call up into that World Rugby team.
No, Mario Itoje is an amazing player. He's the glue, one of the holding that team
obviously, together. He's obviously we like him in there.
I mean, all of those players are fantastic, but the Tom Curry one, I just went, get off the grass for fuck's sake! Like, you're going to put him in your World 15? What a load of shit!
What do you think about Hugh Jones in there at centre?
Well, I guess, but like, who are the other centres that? Who else are you going to put in? Dillet. Well, yeah, Willemse should have got a shout. And the guy moved around half the season he played almost every position in the back line.
I think he was probably a victim of it just being a little bit too South Africa heavy.
Yeah. And, unfortunately, you can't... Well, here we go. What about... Would you not have even tried to give Suali'i a go there?
Suali'i?
Or Len Ikitau?
What about Geordie Barrett?
Well... Was it at 13 or was it at 12?
Oh, no, 13.
So you might have put...
Len Ikitau's there.
Oh, he is there. He's there at 12. So, fuck, they put him ahead of Barrett. Shit, yeah. The All Blacks just weren't favoured this year, were they, at all?
Where is World Rugby based?
England.
It's in England, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. You can see that up from that team, can't you?
Yeah.
Mate, they're just like, they can't not have a couple. They can't not just turn the screws a little bit and just go, we're on top at the moment. Let's just fucking
there was a thing the other day that Chenier from All Things Rugby had posted, and he'd posted that preview for the 2026 this new Nations Cup thing.
Yeah.
And they'd put like previews of different teams in there, and one of the preview videos had the Tongan Rugby League team in it. they'd put Matema'a Tonga in there.
What?
The Rugby League team instead of the Rugby Union team. And so he called them out on social media. But it's that kind of rubbish which you go, do you guys even know what you're talking about? Do you even watch the games? Like, how much do you actually know? It was bollocks. Anyway, by the way, that's actually a good, an interesting thing. So the All Blacks have 17 games next year.
Wow!
So including the 3 against the provincial South African super or ex-super sides, Sharks, Stormers, etc.
Yeah. Well, yes, so we've got that tour.
But they got 14
that's
tests.
That's going to be hopefully one of those situations where you're taking over a large pool of players and you're just rotating them,
Yeah.
I think this is what Razor needs to do. This rotation policy, when you've got the standard of players and the amount of players that we have, you just got to, I think we've just got to start believing that everyone can do the job. It's not just relying so heavily.
We're playing 4 tests against them. That's it's quite a lot, eh? Like, why not just 3? 4 that's a lot of rugby.
Well, I never like an even number because it.
Nah, it's so weird that they're doing 4.
Because it just invites
Did they used
draw,
to do
doesn't
4?
it? No, it should always be 3. 3 or 5.
And they only do 3 for a Lions series, right?
Well, it's got to be 3 so you
4.
don't get the draw. I mean, it happened obviously with the Lions in New Zealand.
They must have had to. Maybe they said it part of the economic package or something. They just went, it has to be, you have to go and play in these 4 stadiums as part of it. That's a lot of rugby, man. They're playing them 4 times. Jesus.
Another news from World Rugby, Fabian Holland has been named Breakthrough Player of the Year.
He has. Congratulations.
Which is fucking awesome.
It is awesome. That's an amazing story. I mean, like he came over, saw the All Blacks as a kid, came over to New Zealand specifically because he wanted to pursue his dream, played club, got into the Highlanders, and then pretty much accelerated straight.
What an inspiration. What an inspirational story for kids out there to fucking don a little pair of boots, get out onto the field. You can be an All Black.
And mate, talking about exciting players, I mean, he is one that you go, oh, he's a proper All Black. Oh, he's looking like a proper All Black of old. He's looking like a Retallick and a white lock.
He's got a good engine. He's got a great engine.
Yeah, and he's massive, 6'8", 120 kilos. Like, he's a big boy, and it's he's just a guy that you just wouldn't actually. We talked before about the people that you wouldn't take off the field, right? We said Cam Roygaard, Ardie Savea. He'd probably actually at the moment be the other player that you just wouldn't want to remove from the team.
Well, but you got to remember who he's in there for, mate. Another very exciting player who was in form for a long time is Tupou Vai. And when he comes back, there's going to be some conversations.
I would say the popular opinion would be that Fabian is not leaving the field for Tupou. I think another person people would like to see go. Because I'm sorry, you shouldn't be taking that guy off now. It's like, if he's looking like a white lock and a Retallick, this guy could be one of the next greats, and we don't want to stifle his. I'm sure he'll suffer an injury at some point, but
it's not looking great for the likes of Josh Lord and Sam Darry, who are now really
Toops.
4th and 5th, and Paddy Toops.
Well, Paddy Toops is 4th really at the moment.
Yeah, but
you'd go Lord 5th, Darry 6th.
How old's Paddy Toops? Is Paddy Toops going to make it to 2027?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. He's getting on. I would still, I'd even put Vi. I'd pop Vi on the bench because we know he can offer great impact. I'd probably start Fabian and Scott, I suppose, and then that's a great situation to be in, though. Yeah, because look 100%. How well Lord did. But suddenly again, we've got all these locks.
It's one of them. It's one of those situations
right point
where you have to play all of them, otherwise you're going to get either someone's burning out or someone's out of form because they don't have the game time.
Well, through injury, it's been quite fortuitous then because Scott Barrett got injured, Vai got injured, Tui Palautu got injured. Fabian
what do you
got
think
sick.
Fabian got sick with? Do you think he just had maybe he just went down and got some
gonorrhea,
fried chicken from the wrong place?
Yeah, no, I reckon he just got a dodgy Vindaloo or a...
we went down to Brick Lane and... got into the wrong curry house.
I reckon
he wanted the goat because he had never eaten goat before, and he got a
kind of guy
6-day-old goat curry.
I reckon he's the kind of guy that pushes leftovers a little too far. You know what I mean?
He's eaten the rice and it's been in the fridge for more than 2 days.
No, not even 2 days. I reckon something's been in there for at least 8 or 9 days, and he's gone, and his mum's gone, Fabian. Oh, Fabian, no, come on. That's been in the fridge a long time. And
so he's eaten a lamb samosa that's been in the fridge for 12 days.
Yeah, she's tried to stop him, and he's like, "It's fine, Mum, it's fine." He's eaten it, and then he's sweating, and she comes into his room, and she's like, "Told you."
Yeah, he shat the bed, didn't
he shat the bed. Oh, though I don't actually know. Was he that sick? Probably was. Or maybe he just had a little cold, mate. He might have just been a bit under the weather with a bit of a tickle.
Do you feel like you miss a All Blacks test if you've got a little bit of a tickle? I don't think so,
mate. If you're not able to, if you get a cold and you can't breathe and you're trying to run around a field for 80 minutes
because they want a tickle, mate. You're talking can't breathe. That's like he's got fucking.
That's what I call a little tickle.
COVID.
But I operate on a different level where if I get, if I'm desperately sick by other people's standards, I just go, don't worry, just a little tickle.
You do not.
No,
I
go
know. Down like
I go down like a lead
ton
balloon.
of bricks, mate. You are the worst. You're one of those people that's like, mate, I'm fucking crook, eh? I'm out for 4 to 5 days.
I don't know where you're getting this from. It's completely unjustified.
It happened this year, mate.
It happened a few times this year. It's been a big year.
Big stressful year for Gareth. Yeah.
It's been a big year and the body can't take it anymore. It's not what it used to be. Christ, we're at that point, eh?
We are.
Yeah, we are.
Well, you're a little older than me, mate. You're in your 40s.
Yeah. I mean, you haven't even cracked. Actually, when are you turning 40?
I've still got another.
You still got another year, right?
Year and a month. Another 13 months before I hit the 40.
When are you coming back? Anyway, we can talk about this afterwards. We're sort of just catching up. Mate, we've been going for a while. We need to call this.
I know, yeah. But
Okay.
before we go, I just wanted to call back a couple of things that we used to have during the Super Rugby season.
Okay,
just a couple of awards. And just in the spirit of winding up this All Black season, I just wanted to just maybe have a chat to you about a couple of these awards. So what's our first one, mate? You play
well, it's
Player of the Day.
Get on you, mate.
So we'll call it Player of the Year for the All Blacks.
Player of the Year.
And I reckon we're probably going to be in agreement of this. There's some honourable mentions. We've obviously got some great little cameos from some players. Bodie had his moments. D-Mac had his moments.
Everybody had his moment.
Obviously got Fabian Holland.
Yep.
We've had Ardie Savea on there, who's like generally been Mr. Consistent.
Yeah.
But I feel like every one of those players also had their moments where they, were not necessarily at their best. Even Will Jordan, Mr. Consistent, and the person that we said never had a bad game has had a couple of little moments of looking a little tired.
Okay.
But there's one player who's come back from injury, who is in the World Rugby team, very deservedly so, is probably the best 9 in the world right now. I think maybe undisputably the best 9 in the world right now.
Undisputed.
Cam fucking Roigard.
Yeah. Cameron Roigard. I would agree with you. I would agree with you. And as much as we talked about Fabian having a fantastic year, Cam, when he came back from injury, his impact was so immediate and so felt across the whole team. It sort of spurred them into another gear straight away. And it was, we realised how much we'd missed having him at halfback. So yeah, I totally agree with that.
He's one of those players, because remember we were fucking clutching at straws for a moment there because we had so many injuries around a halfback. We were calling up the 5th, 6th string halfbacks. And, as soon as he came back, it's like there was a collective breath out. It was just such a lovely feeling to have him back on the field. We love you, Cam.
We love you.
Well done, mate.
You are the Super Smack Player of the Year.
Player of the Year.
And we should also give out our other one of our other favourite awards for the year.
Wanker of the Week.
But it's Wanker of the Year. We should get stings for that made up, shouldn't we? For the year.
I've reacted a little bit emotionally with this one.
Oh God. Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck you, World Rugby, for leaving Ardie Savea out of that
World
team.
Rugby's your Wanker of the Week.
Yeah. Also, like, mate, you've just completely if you needed to, if you've got the Currys and the Hugh Joneses of the world in there because you want to spread it across the teams, why have you completely neglected Argentina?
Yeah.
Exactly. I just can't.
Well,
because
of that fiery game. I'm also going to. I'm going to sort of take a slight sideways step, but pretty much stay on theme and just go.
Are you emotional as well?
Yeah, go fuck you, England. My wanker of the year is England rugby. And some people could, sort of. But some people would say, oh, you're just sour grapes because they beat you at Twickenham. Yes. That is
yes,
true.
You are.
But also, just a bunch of wankers. Like they sing "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot" over the haka. They disrespect. As soon as they win one important game, they go around thinking they're the bee's knees. Their attitude is just everything you come to expect from these old white colonial fuckwits. That live in a depressing country that's slowly dying. Nobody cares about anymore because they made a terrible mistake and left the EU a few years ago. What a disgraceful place.
Jesus,
sorry, I've really gone on it.
Sorry. You've really on my.
If there's any English listeners, go fuck yourself. Joking. Joking.
I'm just going to step in here and
sorry. I lost
Gary.
my cool. I lost my cool. I was mostly speaking about English rugby. I don't like anyone in that outfit except Itoje.
Yeah, I do like Itoje.
They're my wankers of the year.
If I was to have, when someone asks you who would you have over for dinner if it could be anyone in the world?
Yeah.
If you could have three, if you could have three. If you could have three current or past rugby players over for dinner, who would it be?
I'd have Rassi. He'd be good value, I reckon, and he'd get on it. He'd hit the Terps hard. Rassi, Cully.
I'm just
thinking of people who just get on the booze.
Oh man, I think Christian Cullen would be a bit of a bore, wouldn't he?
Nah, he'd be great. Oh, you reckon he'd be a bit of a bore? Who's like a showman of rugby?
I reckon Mertz.
Mertz would be good. Mertz, yeah, he'd be good.
He'd have red wine teeth at the on the first course.
On the first course, he'd be like, that fish looks good. It's so good. Yeah.
So Russie, Mertz, who else we got?
Russie, Mertz, and who else would you have? Who else would be a real entertaining person to have there? Nick Cummings, the honey badger.
Yeah. Nick Cummings would be good. Yeah, absolutely.
He'd be good value.
Who's the funny prop from England?
Joe Marler.
Marler, I reckon he'd be a
Joe Marler
too.
would be interesting. And I hope, and he's probably not listening, but I hope, Joe, you didn't take offence when I just absolutely slated your union and country over the coals.
I don't think anyone that is based in and around or has anything to do with English rugby is not going to be disrespected by what you just said.
Yeah, it's awful. But
we'll turn it into a highlight. We'll put it on Instagram and just cause a little bit of shit. Mate, you're the one that always preaches after you lose. Don't.
I know. I'm sort of doing. Well, I didn't blame the ref. I'm sort of doing this for effect.
You've reacted emotionally.
I'm doing it for effect. Really, it's all for the drama of the pod.
What are you talking about, mate? You told me this before we even started recording the pod.
Shut up, man.
It comes from the heart.
I'm rehearsing. Hey, it's been a fantastic year of rugby. It's been our inaugural Super Smack year, and we've had a lot of fun doing it. So thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in with us every week, because we know you're there every week. We're going to do it all again next year, starting up in Feb. So tune in. We'll put some highlights out so you can tell when we're going to be back.
Yeah,
we'll give you a
few
heads up.
And you know what? The 30th year of Super Rugby is something to celebrate. Yeah. We've also got some very exciting All Blacks rugby next year. Yeah. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And Merry Christmas.
Nice for the All Blacks to finish second best team in the world.
Yeah.
Just second above England.
Merry Christmas. Or if you're Jewish or
we're not there yet.
Muslim,
it's a month away.
Happy whatever you guys do. And everybody just peace, love, and rugby. because that's what makes the world go round. All right? All the best to you out there. We love you.
Super smack. There we go.